Hi, and welcome to this episode of John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review. Well, where's the bike? I am currently waiting on a Dreambike to be delivered to my house. I recently purchased a bike that I have not seen in the flesh yet, and I've had it shipped. And so I'm waiting for a phone call to tell me that the shipper is here, and I'm going to get it to go and check out my new purchase. So I've already paid for the bike and paid for the shipping and all that good stuff, but I don't have anything to show for it yet. But this one really has a cool backstory to it, and so I'm going to share some of the backstory as I go further on in more episodes about this bike. But it is a 1983 Suzuki GS1100E. And those of you who are subscribers and have watched this channel for a while, you'll know that several months ago I did a review on a friend's 1983 GS1100E Suzuki, and man, it's the nicest GS I've seen to date. Just a beautiful, beautiful bike. Really a treat to get to ride that. And so I posted it on a Suzuki forum, and I had a gentleman contact me and say, hey, I've got that exact same bike. Would you be interested in purchasing it? And so we kind of entered into talks about that, and it's been about a 2-month process since that process began. This gentleman's name is Jim, and he is a former racer. He used to race the Kawasaki H1s and actually raced against the Kawasaki Z1 the first time it was publicly raced back in late '72. So just really cool stories. The bike has a lot of history to it. So I'm waiting for a phone call. Literally any minute now, I'm going to get a phone call and go and check the bike out. So I'll bring the camera along. Let's check it out together. All right. All right, well, here she is, fresh off the truck. It's a 1983 GS1100E. It's got 4,901 miles on it. And it's a little dusty. It needs a bath. But overall, it looks to be in really, really nice shape here. So I'm super excited about this. I'll get this tied down and back to the house. Another thing I picked up with the bike was an entire collection over the years of all of these vintage motorcycle magazines. And so there's over 1,000 magazines here in boxes, and just like this one on the cover, it's the original 900cc Z1 Kawasaki. So this is just a gold mine for researching these old bikes and information on the old bikes, and just, again, it's history. It's part of history. And so I can't wait to just kind of slowly go through these magazines and see what's there and all the literature that's included. But this is just such a cool find, and Jim was so nice to deal with. Thanks again, Jim. And man, it's just been a pleasure, and I'm going to do my best to do right by the bike and, you know, even the magazines and stuff, keeping them in nice condition like you have. Just awesome. So this is an almost completely all original bike. It's just a beautiful example of one of these. First thing I did, I actually picked the bike up earlier today and took it over and washed it. Just a really beautiful machine. This was kind of the best of the super bikes in '83. There really wasn't anything that kind of was as good all around as the GS1100E. But like I say, I've already done a little bit. I've already waxed the bike. I've already, taken it to the car wash, got it washed up, and I'm going to start in, and we'll go from front to back. Just make sure that everything is ready to rock before I take it out on the road. This bike is currently a non-runner. It does not run. I'm noticing the front brake lever here it seems like the master cylinder is frozen up in the housing here. So we'll rebuild that and, go through. As the bike needs things, we will, put them on the bike and just make sure that this thing is nice as I can make it and I really want it to be a solid daily driver. And then once it is, we'll compare it to some of the other bikes in the garage. There's going to be a series of videos on this machine, but just wanted to introduce it to you guys. This is another one of the mini projects that's currently in the works here. Man, what a fantastic bike. These things are so cool. And this is back when sport bikes were something that you could ride across country. You could take your significant other on the back of the bike and both be actually really, really comfortable. And then you could go to the drag strip if you wanted, or you could go and do a track day. They were just super versatile. This is the kind of the best of the old air-cooled inline 4-cylinder big UJMs. It's kind of the pinnacle of that era, and I think it's just a super cool, fantastic machine. I've got quite a few of the other GS Suzuki 1100s in the garage currently, but I don't have a 16-valve chain drive GS1100E. So it'll be fun to drive this back to back with my G and my GL and just kind of see what those differences are back to back. Man, I'm excited. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm super happy. This is the first time I bought a bike sight unseen. I had never seen this bike. I got a couple of pictures of it and in the course of correspondence, but it's really nice to actually have it here under roof, and it made the trip safely and it looks good. I'm happy with the bike, and again, I just can't wait to get started in on it. Okay, more to come on the GS1100E in the future, coming up. I hope you found this video entertaining and informative, and until next time, enjoy the ride.